Oh, just received an email. We just did that finishing segment actually, literally 5 minutes ago. Just about to leave the shed, we got an email from the YouTube team that the account has been, yes, it was compromised, but it's been put back. So all we're going to do is change the name.
Our name, like how do we do that? We are Coinbase
Help Center article. We are no longer Coinbase Live News. So we need to change our name back to the outfit, unless someone else is taking it.
Oh my god, I hope not.
That would be bad.
Oh my god.
Are our videos back? Oh, our videos are there. Amazing. Customization, basic info.
I found it. Yeah! So I can see already, I think overnight because of that, we lost roughly 200 subscribers.
Oh,
so
maybe more.
Yeah, roughly, that's what I can see at this stage. So please, if you watch the channel and if you like our content and if you are subscribed normally, please just double check that you still subscribe, because that will mean a lot to us, that obviously we gain you back and that we get back to where we were. So
yeah. And it is possible to do that on the TV. If you do watch on the TV, all you got to do is click on our channel and you can press subscribe there. You can't actually do it from a video. Shit, yeah, that's pretty good. Happy with that, that ain't going anywhere. Oh! Chrissy boy welding, finally. A bit of a shit show, but you know.
doesn't have to be pretty.
Beggars can't be choosers, as they say.
Alright, so Chris will explain to you in a second what we are doing right now, but he has asked me to do this little concoction made of a bearing, a hex head bolt, and a flat washer. So bear with me. Alright, we're in business. So we shall take one bearing, take the washer. Apparently there's a smooth side and a coarse side. I think this one is the smooth, so it needs to go against the bearing. And then final touch, I put the nut on the other side like so. How tight does he have to be? You took my model.
Not tight, because I'll be pulling the nut off.
All right, so not tight. Ta-da!
There's 500. Okay, can you watch to see if there's much flex?
No, there's no flex at all. Oh my god, I'm impressed.
I actually fabricated something that works. Yes! It's my first fab. Awesome. And we've got an awesome package that arrived yesterday that we haven't opened yet. We'll show you guys.
Alright, so take us through the process of building this platform.
So you guys saw me build that about a week ago. It's super sturdy. I've got cross bracing on the bottom now since then that I've welded in. Clint actually gave me that idea because in case it got some twists, so that was a great idea. So it seems really sturdy. Today and yesterday actually, Ange helped me with the drill press, putting all the holes in the right position so that the bearings fit snugly along this channel here on either side. We have ordered some more bearings so that I will double them up, so there'll be 2 bearings per bolt. These just M8 bolts. At the moment they're just kind of in as a placeholder right now. And yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much a heavy duty DIY draw system. This weighs probably easily 10 kilos, and then plus me, so it's already holding like, yeah, 105 kilos, I guess. So, and then I just welded it in. We have some like grip tape that I'm going to put here, and I'll paint up the edges, and yeah, I'm excited because I think it actually has worked.
Yeah.
Hey! Straight from the States. Comes earlier than anything we order from the other side of Australia. Wow. Very cool. Okay.
Alright, shall we do a test?
Yeah, okay. Go for it. Nice and slow.
Oh my god!
These are called Glow Step by Torklift.
I'm going down.
Yeah, and they came from the States, and we've been umming and ahhing about them for ages because they are expensive. But yeah, we're happy we made the plunge.
But we understand why they're expensive. They look really good quality. There's no chance we would have been able to build something like that. I mean, like, look at it. There's just so much involved in it. So we'll basically just need to mount this bracket here on top of your little platform.
Yep.
And this as well will sit a bit more flush. I would imagine it's a tiny bit on an angle right now. We can possibly stretch it a little bit more so
Probably,
that
yeah.
it looks a little bit better.
Wow.
And then we need to find somewhere where we're gonna store the actual steps.
Yeah, so we'll store this. They won't fit under there.
No.
I don't think.
It's not too bulky. I think it's around 30 centimeters when they all like stuck together, so it's not too bad. We'll have definitely room somewhere like in a toolbox or the garage. We'll have a little think about it.
Oh, I'm speechless. I'm so happy with that.
All right, should we show them our toilet now?
Oh, all right. Let's go to the toilet.
Ta-da!
All right. My masterpiece.
You did it.
And some stuff worked, some stuff didn't work, but in the end I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Most of it's recycled material, as you can probably tell, so it actually didn't cost us that much, which is awesome. But it's kind of the most elaborate waterless wet room toilet we could have come up with. The tricky thing is it has to be fully waterproof, so we haven't tested that yet. I'm hopeful that it is. So I'll run through the ordeal. So you'll see there's a bucket in the bottom that'll have a
biodegradable bag.
Yeah, that's the one, thanks Ange. A biodegradable bag in it. Obviously this is a urine divider, so this separates your liquids into a separate spot that I'll go over later. But anyway, so
You sit like so.
you've done your business. You open up the hatch. That would normally only go to the wall. You get out a bunch of sawdust or coconut core. Then you throw it down over the top of your business, and that dampens smell. And remember, it won't have liquids mixed with it because liquids have been separated. And then you'll spray with a spray bottle or disinfectant or whatever, close the lid, and that's it, done. So that's all we're gonna do. You wipe your butt, obviously. So there'll also be this computer fan, and that'll be on permanently. I'll also have a little switch in case we want to turn it off. That will be pulling air out through the floor, and that'll go somewhere else. And that's it, basically. So I'm very excited about it. We've yet to test it. I'm worried about, obviously, standing up peeing might be difficult. I'm gonna have to have exceptional aim. Doesn't look flash when you open that up. But yeah.
So the hardest challenge was to make it waterproof, right?
So there's seals everywhere.
Yeah.
All sealed up. So rubber seals everywhere, seals in between, seals through there. Yeah. So we'll see.
One thing as well that we talked about is very likely after every single shower, we'll try just to wipe the top, the lid of the toilet, just to make sure that water just doesn't sit there. So just to minimize any potential water there. We'll have as well exhaust fan in the bathroom to have the air going out and avoid any potential condensation, so any moisture. Our floor would be waterproof regardless. We've got the shower base as well. Like, it should be very nice.
It'll be awesome. Oh, perfect.
Newest addition to the platform.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to test it, Ange. Let's put the staircase here and then I'll get ready to catch you if it breaks.
Great.
Grab the staircase. Cool, now turn around towards the door, see if it'll hold one leg. Feel a bit dodge. Might require a little bit of time to get confident.
Don't mind me. All right, but we'll never be here to open the door. We'll be on that step, and then it's just easy. It's just better to step on the inside, and from the outside it looks better as well. Easy. All right, so we finally placed our toilet in the box. Looks really nice. It's hard to imagine once we're gonna have the walls that we're going to pick up today at Bunnings. We'll show you a little bit later what it's gonna look like. Potentially might feel a little bit claustrophobic, especially for Chris, who's obviously much bigger than me, but it's still a very good size, I guess, for a shower, for like a habitat like we have. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we're not going to be spending a ton of time in here washing, but it's going to take a bit of room, so we just need to decide where to put the plumbing. So maybe the tap here, so the plumbing's here and easily accessible, but the shower head is here,
so
we can wash.
I was doing most of the research for the shower head, and it got really overwhelming to the point where I just couldn't make a decision. I was getting overwhelmed by low flow shower head, normal flow. It's really hard to get information for what we're doing. It's not like a normal bathroom at home where you connect it to mains. But we ended up getting with this shower head from Medvan Airstream that we just bought from Bunnings. We had some pretty good review. I mean, they're not always perfect, but better than the cheaper one. The Bunnings brand, I think, is Mandela. So we went with that. We had a few people recommending as well to get the hose, like a plastic rubber kind of texture instead of like the stainless steel. So hopefully that will be better. At least it should not flake. But yeah, this is the one that we decided. Luckily, Chris helped me to really pull the trigger, and I'm really bad at that. So we've decided that moving forward, when I do research, I get the general options, and he's the one pulling the trigger.
Save you the stress.
So we're gonna have a look what it will look like, just to get an idea for the shower. All right, so this is a little sneak peek of potential spot for the shower. Now we just need to decide where the hose goes. That's potentially the only disadvantage of that PVC hose. It's doesn't flex as well.
It has its own memory still. It'll smooth out, I reckon. So the probably be the wall inlet, and then our tap. We haven't decided.
Any plumbing tips? In the comments, please.
Yeah. An adult.
Plumbers, come to the rescue.
Oh, I missed the tip.
No, next one. Next one.
Which one?
Over there. Oh my God.
Yeah, what an exciting day. Pick it up, go.
We can't stop you welding now.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly, but seems strong enough.
So, what is happening?
It is a jerry can holder. But we're not going to be using it for diesel, so we're not going to use these original Army ones. What we're going to do instead is this guy is going to be for the liquids from our toilet.
Surprise!
It's going to go into a 20-litre jerry can that I can empty easily. And this one will be the diesel for our diesel heater. So we're going to buy a special one set up for a diesel heater. So the hose will come through the floor and plug into the back of this, and we'll make sure that it's nice and easy to fill up. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty good.
So that's the original jerry can holder from the Army, and now it looks like really nice.
That seems like a good place for it. Before it was in the back where we want to put some toolboxes, and this is an area that's just not being used, and I can still access all the air fittings from underneath and the tanks. So happy with that. Nice and sturdy.
Alright, so yesterday you saw us going to Bunnings to pick up our bathroom walls, and we thought today we will explain exactly what they are. We have made some changes.
Yeah, so we're not going to go with marine ply anymore, mainly because we're concerned that there will always be a certain amount of moisture seeping into those walls, and it won't allow the outside paneling that we see to actually breathe. So we've decided to go with a specially designed board. It's called Villaboard by James Hardie. We picked that up at Bunnings, obviously. Big bonus of it is only $30 a sheet. Downside of it is that it's a bit heavier than the marine ply. Not wildly so, but it is a bit heavier. Easy to work with, and yeah, specially designed for wet room areas, so we can stick our other boards straight to this, so it'll work really, really well. And it is also 6mm thick instead of 9mm thick, so that's a bit of a bonus as well too. Okay, and this is what the majority of the bathroom walls are going to look like once it's finished. So this is called Wall Art by Forest One is the company. They also sell it at Bunnings. This stuff is crazy expensive though. So this was $200 a sheet, but we know it's really, really good stuff, and it's got the look that we're kind of after. So it's 3mm thick, and it is high pressure melamine, which is a bit strange, but it's specially designed for wet areas, so it is a wet room product, I guess. But yeah, it looks quite cool. So we've got 3 of these. We might do another little feature in it with some tiles at a later date. But yeah, this is going to be what we use.
So I'll just go a little bit closer to show you. So it's kind of like a tiles kind of look, but like large one. There's all kind of like different colors, although there's not many options. And the white one, which we initially thought we were going to go with, was actually the same price. So we thought, you know, let's just have something that looks a little bit nicer for the same price. So we'll see how we go with that. But yeah, we've got our bathroom rolls. But we won't be able to cut them today or in the coming days because we are being basically a bit delayed by our shower door.
Yeah, so
big delay.
Yeah, so the shower door, which I really need in front of me so I can work out all the dimensions for how I can put the walls together with the aluminium. And it's already like 10 working days late, the delivery, and they don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in Perth at a depot. They won't tell us where the depot is, so we can't pick it up. It's just weird. So we're having lots of that at the moment. Just stuff that should have arrived, and it's just taking forever. So unfortunately, we can't do that today, which we wanted to.
So that's a big disappointment. But on positive news, tomorrow we'll be going to Perth to pick up our aluminium. Our second shipment has arrived, so stay tuned. We'll have more aluminium very soon.
It's a big shipment too, so it should last us easily twice as long.
As you can see behind me, the beast is roaring. We're ready to go to Perth to pick up our aluminium, but that will be for next week's episode. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Okay.
Wait. So you just have to get onto my shoulders. Okay. Just don't hit your head.